Hey guys, so in today's episode, we're gonna see a new series that we started called Breaking Par. Think of playing lessons with the pros. I'm gonna be out there, we're gonna play 9 holes. I'm gonna talk you through every single shot, and we're gonna play every week and post these videos on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's my challenge for this year as I go play. Can I break par? And again, talking through all the shots, gonna be 9 holes. I think you guys are gonna love it. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, today's video is sponsored by our friends at Pinned Golf. In my hand here, I have their new Ace Rangefinder. It's the 3rd model that they've come out with, and it's the absolute best one yet. It's a features-packed golf rangefinder that offers everything from slope, a slope switch that makes it 100% tournament legal, a USB charger, so you don't have to buy any of the weird batteries, a crystal clear HD LCD screen, tour level accuracy, and much more. Guys, you hear me talk all the time about feedback. You need video feedback when you're practicing. You need yardage feedback when you're playing. And the Pinned Golf Ace Rangefinder to me is absolutely the best quality and price of a rangefinder that's on the market. I used to pay twice the amount for a rangefinder that worked no better than this one did, and it's something that I think is non-negotiable in all my students' hands. The Pinned Rangefinder. Use promo code Cogorno, C-O-G-O-R-N-O, and save $25 off. We'll put the link down below. All right, so we're on hole number 1. This is the 10th hole, par 4, 400 yards uphill, a little into the breeze. We're going driver off the first hole. I have a left bunker there, playing a little bit of a right miss if I miss, but full swing driver, good visualization. First hole, so nothing fancy. Little pull, but that should be okay up the left side there. So we're 75 yards uphill into the wind a little bit, decent line, but it's hot. So I'm gonna play it kind of right at 75. I got room past the pin. Be a little short. Sit, sit, sit. All right, not bad, a little short right, but I got an uphill putt on there. So uphill putt, probably 20 feet. It's probably about 6 inches of break from right to left. This is one of those things, if it goes in, it goes in, but I want speed to just tap this in. I want a par, no matter. So good speed control, good visualization of the line. Goes in cool, if not par, be great. All right, I'll take that, it's okay. Is that good, same thing inside 6 feet? Okay, thank you. Just friendly rules here to start. So, stress-free par on the first hole. Driver 50, driver 75 yards. A little bit more makeable putt would have been nice there, but if I made par on the first 1 or 2 holes to go, I'm always happy. Looking to avoid any kind of like something stupid early. I just happen to have my PINNED rangefinder out here. No big deal. So hole 11, our second hole. I think it's like 350 from here. Honestly, this is a hole where if I wasn't feeling good with driver, I'd probably hit like a 3-iron, hit something like 230 and have just a little wedge in, but we're downwind, swing feels good, so I'm gonna go with driver again. And I'm going up the left center. I missed a little bit of a push, so I'm going left center. I find a tree in the background, just a full swing normal driver. Pick my intermediate target, little divot in front, seeing that little 2 or 3 yard cut shot. And I went way right. Settle. I hit that spot on this hole like all the time. That's gonna be a little trouble. Let's see. Might have gotten lucky here. Okay guys, so for being honest here, we got very lucky. I don't know if you can see the fairway over there. Mare, can you pan over? So I missed the fairway by, 40 yards or so to the right here, a little push cutty. This is one of those holes where when I go up, I miss right all the time here and I have to reset my focus. So it's 65 front, we're a little downwind. I got a little flyer out of the rough. We got to factor a few things, 80. So 65, so I really want to land it like 65, 70. I think I'm gonna play like a higher 70. So make sure it lands in the green, a little softer, and I got a putt. So here, like, I have a wedge distance. If we can see where the green is at there, The pin is just kind of like right in the middle. So there's a little shelf to the right of it. Really putting from anywhere here would be fine. A little low left would be ideal, but those are some of the things that I'm factoring in. Now this, the tees we're playing here are probably gonna be like 6,400, so it's a little shorter. So we're gonna see some wedges today. Good shot, but we're going 70 yards, a little higher. So that's kind of rib to rib for me. I'm gonna try and land it right on the front, a little higher than normal. I'm gonna open the face a little bit, land it right on the front, and let it run up there. And let's see. I hit it right where I wanted, Mare. That's one of those scenarios where I hit that right where I wanted, landed just in the front, way softer than I thought. I probably have 20, 25 feet, still okay. But greens and regulations, birdie putts, even though I just have little flip wedges so far, gotta break par, right? If we see here from down the line, from this angle, you can kind of see there's like a ridge in the middle here. So I landed on the front and it rolled up, not bad, probably 20 feet uphill right to left. Again, all in all, could I do better with my wedges as a professional? Yes, but birdie putt. And I'm visualizing my line of the ball rolling up to the hole and really seeing it fall in the cup there at the end. A little right to left, seeing it fall in. And I got it started a little low. All right, boring pars, US Open golf. Even through 2 holes, terrible drive on that hole. But that's one of those where like, all right, I hit a bad one, so what? Let's still try and make a good score. Move on to the next one. The key is going to be, just because I hit that bad one on the last hole doesn't mean I need to do anything different, or I'm going to hit a bad one on the next hole. It means nothing about it. So just reset, go back to normal, 2 pars, we're perfectly fine. Just make a good swing on the next tee. All right, hole 12, third hole of the day, 420, 430th, I think is what we're coming up with, 420, 430 yards. Little downwind right to left. I got a steeple in the back, right center of the fairway. A little more room to miss right than left. So I'm just going to go right center. Same thing, just a good feel, kind of reset my driver from the first hole. I'm feeling during my backswing a little bit like my arm's a little lower and my lead wrist a little more bowed. So I am feeling those little swing feels as I go. So good commitment off that steeple, just normal driver. Yeah, a little push cutty again. All depends on where we land with the trees. All right, we'll see if we got lucky like the last one. Might be okay down the right side there. So I got lucky here again, right, if we're being honest. I pushed it 15 yards, right? Not terrible, a little push cutty. But seeing there again lies like so far, I know my miss is going a little bit right, so I'm aiming accordingly. I said before I hit, hey, I got a little bit more room to the right, so I'm playing that miss pattern. That's something that's important. So here, if we can see from down the line, I do have a clear way to the pin here, just left of these branches. So the lie's fine, little bit downhill with the lie. Grass is going towards the target, which means it's anything, the ball's gonna fly a little bit. If the grass is going away from it, it's gonna hold it up a little. So I got good shot, bub. So let's see how far we got. Now this is one where like it's downwind and the lie's a little flyer, the pin's back. So I'm gonna err on short here. Long is really tough. So if anything, I'm gonna go short. I'm gonna shoot the pin first. It's 107 to the pin, adjusted 103. So realistically, where Chad's ball is, I'd like to land the ball about 95, which they're saying is playing 90. So it's 107 to the pin. I want the ball to land like 97 max, which I think is gonna play with this, with the wind, like 90 yards. So I think it's a 90 yard shot. So that's what I mean. Like here, when I'm looking at the pin, when the pin's in the back, I don't want to go long. I want to take that out. I'm okay being a little bit short. You can go, Drew. I'm okay being a little bit short. You're good. So I really just want to land the ball in the middle. Even if I'm 10 yards short, that's only 30 feet, right? I want to keep hitting greens. I want to keep hitting putts. So I should be okay with this. But I'm going to turn that into 90, which is like a shoulder-to-shoulder feel for me. See, Drew went long. It's going to be tough. A little short left would be ideal here. So I'm going to go maybe just left of the pin with where these branches are. So I'm feeling 2 practice swings. Feeling my hands go shoulder high, shoulder high. It's my 90 yard shot. And as I reset, I'm seeing the ball landing just kind of 20 feet short left here. It would be like a perfect shot, 90 yards. Good commitment to 90 yards. Should be good. See if we got the distance right. Sit, sit, sit. Oh, Mary went long. So I thought I hit that right where I wanted there like that. It landed maybe 10 feet past where I wanted, just rolled right off the back. I'm gonna bring a couple clubs just in case. I always putt if I can putt. So if I got a clear putt, I'll bring that. Bring my sand wedge and bring my 9-iron just in case I got a little bump and run. Let's go see what it looks like. So I got a good lie, right? I'm probably, I don't know, 3 yards off the green here. Chad, you come up if you're ready, buddy. And so I got a lot of options here, right? I can do a lot of different things. I'm gonna try and hit a shot that lands just like 2 yards on and rolls up. I'm seeing JT's ball roll. The greens are firm. It's probably gonna roll a little more than I think. From a miss perspective, I'm also looking to see where I wanna putt from. So really, if I can get the ball anywhere within, good putt, Chad. There's no huge advantage to putting from any side here, so I'm just trying to get as close as possible. On these, I like to walk up about halfway, just to give myself a visual of how far I really have to go, where I want to see the ball land and where it's going to roll out. So I'm going to hit sort of just a neutral chip shot and get a feel as I'm doing my practice swings. The ball should be landing kind of 3 paces on and then running up by the hole and try and get it close for a tap in. Hit it right where I wanted. Didn't roll quite as much as I wanted, so a little bit short there. We'll see if we can make a putt. All right, good save. Thank you. Just grinding for pars with wedges, Mary. But you know what? Breaking par, even through 3. Thanks, Drew. So we're alive. At some point in time, I'm gonna start hitting those wedges closer. I'm gonna get the driver in the fairway. We'll start making some birdies here. So keep tuned in here. All right, so hole 13. This is our 4th hole. I think we're in that same like 420, 30 yard-ish sort of range. A little bit uphill. We got a bunker on the right. Been missing a little right, but it's only like 260 to carry that. Uphill, a little wind left to right. So driver again, I'm gonna aim at that big tree to the left. Try and feel those pieces a little bit more for me of the backswing, which usually straighten out that right miss, and same good commitment here. So right at that big pine, little cut to the right from there. That was a good strike. Still a little bit pushy. Settle, settle. But I should be either smack behind that little tree or in good shape. One of the two. Now, when the tree's in my way, my first priority is, can I get the ball underneath the tree? And I definitely can. And then the second thing is the tree gonna be in my way on the way back or through? So I gotta test a couple shots. But I got 197 to the pin. The pin's up front, so I got plenty of room behind it, but the greens are so firm and fast, I almost don't want to be behind it. So I'd rather be like pin high or even a little bit under. So I'm going to shoot the front and see what we got. The front's only 90. So 90 yards uphill in the breeze, I played about 100. So I'm going to just play like a gap wedge, kind of chest to chest, and I should be okay here. So I'm going to aim about 10 feet left of the pin, which is dead middle. And I'm going to play a shot that feels like it's going about 100 yards. Never saw it. Oh, I'm really deep. No, I'm not that deep. And I'm probably 30 feet past the pin. It's going to be a really fast putt, though. So even here, as we're coming up on the green, you can see where my ball is compared to the pin. Yeah, I'm probably 35 feet, so about 10 yards long. So not terrible again. But even as I'm walking up, I can instantly see that this thing's downhill the whole time. I can feel the wind is downhill, and I see the putts are going super fast. So I know, like, I'm gonna probably have to hit this even a little softer than I think. I don't want a downhill putt on my second putt, but I also don't want to putt it off the front, which we've seen Chad do right not long ago. So I'm even starting to think about that on my way up to the ball. So I'm watching Drew's putt to see how that's reacting on the green. He hit that at a pace that I thought was absolutely perfect, and it's get in the hole. Beautiful putt, Drew. So that's good for me mentally. If you see someone putt right before you that does what you want, I try and capture that same thing. I'm gonna, in my mind, try and just copy what he just did, which looked like the ball was just like creeping. I'm like an inch outside left edge, Mare, and I'm just trying and, in my mind, match that same pace he just did. It's not turning at all. So all in all, not bad, probably 3 feet past. Man, I really just feel like I tapped that. Okay. No harm, no foul. So guys, we're grinding. We're 4 holes in. We're driver wedge. We're grinding for this under par series, Mary. Let's see if we can hit one close on the next hole. So 75, playing 70, 65. So this to me is like a little bit off a 7-iron. So I'm gonna just go like kind of a 3/4 7-iron here. 165, aiming at the tree just left. You got room to miss left and right. If you carry the bunker right, there's more room right, but I'm gonna aim at that tree. Hopefully the wind pushes it back a little. 165 shot. Let's see, a little to the right. Let's see if the distance is right.
Yep,
all right, probably 30 feet to the right, depending upon the kick. Not bad, we'll take it.
Well, that's what I get, right?
So we're pin high. I would imagine I'd probably land like kind of right on top of this ridge and it rolled down. But we're pin high on a hole like this. I probably have, let's see here, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 22 feet. Are we okay with pin out?
Yep.
So 22 feet, Mare, from 175. I'll take all day. Good distance control. Another one of these putts where it's like, yeah, I'd like to see one fall in ideally, but if they don't go in and I have tap-ins, that's fine. And then I want to try and take advantage of like the next hole par 5s and things like that. But these putts, it's speed control. Give it a chance to go in and just be patient with it. So same thing, paint a good picture in my mind, see the ball tracing a line up to the hole. See if we can get one to fall in here. Man, am I scared. I like don't want the 6-footer. All right, live to see another day. We're what, through 4 or 5 holes, even par. We got a par 5 coming up, downhill, downwind. This is like the Mickelson Hellacious Seed bomb coming up. High down the right side. See if we can make a birdie. This is hole 15, par 5. JT thinks we're roughly 520 to 530. So a little downhill, a little downwind. Good drive here, kind of probably gives us like a mid-iron in. I got that church steeple again in the back. So I'm gonna go off that and try and hit my first like really good drive of the day here. So I'm picturing some old drives I'm hitting on this hole, landing down the right side of the fairway is what I'm seeing, bouncing down. Same target line, good confidence in that. Oh, Mary. That could be 400. Like it's a good kick down there, it's gonna be deeper. All right, we're back. Might be the first birdie of the season, ladies and gentlemen. When I'm on the course, that beautiful tan. And the answer is, I got a little secret weapon. You guys are gonna find out about, I believe, in next week's episode. So I'm not gonna show you yet, but you're gonna see a little shake, a little action. And I'm not gonna show you this part. I'll show you next week what this part's all about. Okay, we have 164 pin. With the slope, it's 149, but we're way downwind, downhill. That's why this ball went so far. So I gotta probably land this like on the front, which is 145 to the front, which is playing 130, which is downhill, downwind. Look how soft his hits. That's the thing, if you don't fly it on there, it lands so soft. This is tricky, Mary. I want to land at 154, which is playing 140, a little downwind. So I'm going to play this like 135. You got all that math? You got all that math? So I'm going to hit like a 80% pitching wedge. I hit it this 140. I'm going to try and play at 135 and land it like 5 yards in the front. If you can see the green from here, Mare, the pin's like back left. There's room short, there's room right. So we're going to go 135 and we're going to go like 5 feet right of the pin. 135 yards. Now we'll just see if we guessed right or not. All right, probably 30 feet, pin high left. Honestly, I was making a couple of guesses there, so be pretty happy with that. Little eagle putt. All right, so we probably have, again, this sort of 20 to 22 feet range. It's a little right to left. This is a little tricky. It goes uphill early, and then it goes downhill and back to the left of the hole. So I'm trying to run it over here, and it rolls off a little. So you got to watch the speed a little bit here, but eagle putt. This is another one of those, like if it goes in, I want it to just like drop in. If not, a tap in's good here. And I got this like probably 7-8 inches out to the right. So same thing, I'm trying to picture a good line and see the ball rolling in. Imagine putts I've holed before, similar circumstances. See if we can guide in there. Look at that thing roll, Mary.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I mean, I really feel like I'm putting like conservatively. All right, there we go. We're on the board. That is our first birdie of the 2021 season, par 5. It took a driver pitching wedge to make a birdie on a par 5, but we're not telling anyone that. We're on the board. Just got done with 15, par 5, 1 under, a couple pars, 1 birdie. Got a nice uphill par 3 here next. So we have a hole 16, par 3, uphill, pins nicely right up front there. It's uphill. I think the wind's kind of straight right to left. We got a 180, 175. I'm gonna play it right at 175. Same feels there. I'm going at the tree just right of the pin. You got room right and left here. So I like just like kind of a 2 or 3 yard draw. This should be like an 80%, 175. Could be good. Let's see. All right, that was a good one. Thanks. It's probably 25 feet to the right, but I hit that right where I wanted. So good shot. We're happy with that. That was probably my first like good shot of the day. All right, so we landed kind of right here. So that was probably a one, flew that like 187, 188. Didn't take enough off, but still pretty good here, Mary. I'd take this probably, you know, again, that 30-foot downhill range. If it doesn't go in, I'd rather not have a 2 or 3 footer down the hill. I'd rather be past the hole, but you know, creeping it by. So yeah, I kind of like left edge, Chad. This doesn't quite roll out as much, huh? 2.5, 3 feet. Slippery downhill left to right. I think it's left center. Just gonna tap it down. Okay. All right. No harm, no foul. Making myself work a little more, you know, on those little tap-in putts that I'd like to, but 1 under through 7, 2 holes to go. 2 good closing holes too. You got to hit some more better shots, so that'll be good. Par 4. What did we say, JT, for this one? 435. This seems to be our distance. Little into the wind. It's like 280 to that tree on the right if you go through the fairway. So I'm going more center. These guys went a little more left. So I'm going driver at the big tree in the back. My miss would be a little bit to the right. Makes the hole a little bit longer, but there's more room over there. So I'm feeling the same feels, a little low with my arms, a little more wrist bow. Seeing the ball landing in the fairway. Good committed swing, just like the par 5. I'm seeing that par 5 flight that I hit last time. Yep, that should be good. Thanks. All right, we should be good there. So we got 134 pin, slope to 132. Pin is like literally dead in the middle of the green, so a miss anywhere is fine. There's no really priority here. Now we are into the wind a little. Not bad, Chad. So it's 135, a little bit in the wind. So 135 in the middle. I know I got at least 10 short and at least 10 long. It's kind of an in-between number. So I think with the wind, I'm gonna play more like a 140. That's a full pitching wedge, but a full pitching wedge, I'm gonna get up in the air a little bit, but I still like it here, so I'm going with that. I'm going full pitching wedge. Playing, it's a 135 shot, playing 140, a little into the breeze. So I'm gonna kind of lean on a pitching wedge, about 5 yards right of the pin, maybe 15 feet right of the pin. See if I can play a little draw on there. It's too high. Go hard, go! Yeah, gosh darn it. Short left. It did what I was kind of afraid that was gonna balloon up into the wind, and it did. Looking back upon it, that might have been a better kind of 9 iron 3/4 punch shot. We had a little gust of wind coming in, a little more than I thought it was. Short left. Always when I'm going up, and I'm short and I'm not sure, I'll take multiple clubs. So I don't know what my lie looks like. I'm not sure what I'm gonna like. So at least I'll always take a sand wedge, 9-iron putter, just so I have options when I get up there. So I'm looking up here, Mare. I'm like way short. I mean, I'm probably 20 yards short. I think it landed on the front, spun back, but I mean, I'm a good 20 yards. So I can go sand wedge here, uphill into the winds, a little ridge behind it, but I almost like a 9-iron, landed on the front, get the ball rolling. The tendency for these shots, when we have this much green to work with, is to leave them short. Most of us are gonna leave them short. And so I'm actually looking at like a 9-iron, hitting a bump and run, letting it roll up a little more to make sure I get to the hole. Now, having said that, I don't wanna be past the hole, right? These greens are fast. There's a big slope there past the pin. So ideally, I would be, yeah, it's pretty good, Drew. Ideally, I would be, you know, close to the hole, but just short right, putting uphill right to left. So I'm also taking that into account. But I don't like the sand wedge here. I like the 9-iron. And I think from here, with a neutral lie, I can fly this kind of just a yard on and let it roll all the way up to the pin. Oh man, I thought that was gonna go in. Okay, so we hit a good one. That was a 9-iron. Now that came out perfect, but the point is, I think if I hit like 20 sand wedges here and 29 irons, my really bad sand wedge is gonna be worse than my really bad 9-iron. My good shots are probably the same, but it just gives me the ability to make a shorter swing rate, a little bit easier for me to control. So that's a good one. We'll save par, move on to the last. You gonna hit me that, Chad, or what? Come on, man. I'm getting old, bro. Back hurts. All right, thank you. So just got done with 17. It's our 8th hole of the day. We're going to 18. That's our 9th hole, will be our last hole. So we're 1 under, feels good. We're gonna get up in the next tee box, focus on that committed driver swing, first things first, not get ahead of ourselves. No better way to close out a 9 than with a birdie. Get the momentum going. Good tee shot, first things first. All right, hole 18. This is our last hole, 9th hole of the day. Downhill, JT says 440. I think he just says 420 to 440 to appease me, but apparently that's what our par 4s are. Little left to right. There's room on both sides really if you hit it far enough. I like the right edge of the pavilion with a little cut, let it kick down and right. The pin's on the right side of the green, so ideally you'd be a little bit left here. So I'm gonna go right at the right edge of that pavilion with just like a 3-yard cut. This one fits my eye nicely. So I'm gonna draw back on little cut shots I've hit on this hole in the past and recreate that with my same swing feels. Yeah, that should be good. Thanks, buddy. That was solid. You get on those holes, that's gonna be 20 yards past JT. You get on those holes where you've hit good shots before, and I wanna recall those and think back upon those and trigger those same feels. The hard parts, like we saw on 11, when I get on holes where you hit bad ones all the time, how do you get out of that? But the good ones, you wanna recall those. Skirt. Boop, 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 boop. 85 to the pin, adjusted to 80, but we can't land it pin high, they'll be gone. Gotta probably land it about 70. Look at that one going. There's room both sides, right? So I like 70. I like right at the top of that ridge. That's about a rib to rib shot for me. So I'm gonna commit to my 70. I'm all in on my 70. Maybe at the door, 5 feet left of the pin. I see it bouncing and rolling just left of the pin there, 70 yards. Committed to 70. Let's see if we're right. Hit it right where I wanted. Settle, 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 stop, 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 stop. Hit a good wedge shot there. That was a good example. I was gonna play that about 5 yards shorter, and then I saw my playing partner hit, and he hit it closer to the pin and it stopped more, so I readjusted, just like Chad's putt on that other hole. So, you always gotta be a little bit aware of what's going on with the other people and just make little semi-adjustments based on what you're seeing. That's part of the game, right? You gotta adapt as you go play. Feeling philosophical, let's go see if we can make that birdie putt. So pretty good there. We probably got 5 feet downhill left to right, but I left it where I wanted. We'll see if we can make the putt. All right, Mare, we have, I'll call this 4.5, 5 feet probably. Downhill left to right. It's another one where, the greens are fast enough. I'm gonna just kind of go slow with the pace. So I like it right on the left edge, kind of with die-in pace. Right on the left edge with die-in pace, I like. We're just gonna creep it down there, trust that line. Just let it curl in to the right. Okay, all right, thanks. Held on to the edge. All right, good close to the 9. See, that's how, you wanna close a 9, here's a pro tip. You wanna close a 9 with a birdie. So we're 2 under, right? 7 pars, 2 birdies. And that's our first breaking par episode. So hopefully you guys like this, enjoyed this. Next Wednesday, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna come to you with a breaking par. Now we're playing my home club with some of my buddies. Again, this course we're playing here, probably 6,500 yards. Maybe if I keep playing like this, we'll move it back a little bit, but just wanna get around and hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let us know in the comments down below, do you like these? Do you want more? And tune in next Wednesday to see episode 2.